Tasmania into a Methodist parsonage, so I've always been connected with the church one way or another. Spent my childhood in Tasmania and Victoria. Ballarat High School I went to. I was working in international aid actually for the National Council of Churches, and had amazing experiences moving around the world looking at international aid programs in the Middle East and Asia and Africa. And I mean, that was just astonishing, that experience. By this stage I'm deciding that I want to be ordained, in spite of my feminist friends saying, Dorothy, come on, not a very good profession to enter. My first church was the Pitt Street United Church in the centre of the city, and I was actually the first woman to preside over a church in the city of Sydney. I was a she, mostly. In that period, I was beginning to think about my sexuality. As a feminist, I was moving more and more into wider circles of women and meeting gay and lesbian people. And I'd always wondered what was wrong with me. I sort of thought, well, why aren't I really enjoying this marriage in the way I should? Maybe it's the wrong man or something. But because in my day you didn't even know the word homosexual, it was just not said. Anyway, I started to think very, very carefully about that. And then I met a woman, and all of a sudden I really knew that that's who I was. I was a lesbian. So I've been a few years now as a minister of Pitt Street Church, and I knew that I'd have to acknowledge my sexuality, no doubt about that. But I also knew that I might lose everything that I valued in a way. I might lose my job and my parish and lots of friends. No, I just knew that I had to be alive. And my son said, well, about time, Mum. He knew that there was, it wasn't the relationship with my husband, with whom I'm still a very good friend, was not the way it should be. And my kids stood beside me all the way through. But when I went to see on behalf of a gay guy a couple of years ago what sort of facilities they had in nursing home care and how inclusive they were, it was very interesting because the staff said to me, our policy is to be inclusive, but of course it depends on which staff are there as to whether that really, really happens. They were honest enough to say that to me, and I was glad they were honest, but it made me sort of think to myself, well, I think we've got to encourage all facilities for care of people to not just have an official attitude, but to actually both train staff but also test staff out to see what their attitudes are so that they are consistent with the policies of the agency concerned. I would also say that almost all community agencies of this sort are heavily subsidised by taxpayers, and I don't think we should I think we should expect, given that there should be an inclusive quality about community care. Well, I think that particularly as you age or are ill, it's absolutely critical to you that you can have closest to you the people that you love most, and that they can express that love to you, and that you can have them alongside you in ways that heterosexual people would have too. I mean, it's just assumed that a husband or wife would hover by the bed of their partner if they're dying or ill or incapacitated, and just to have the right to do that and have the relationship respected and recognised as really important, the vital relationship that exists there, has a lot to do with health and well-being in the end, I think, and just the right of the person to be accompanied by whoever it is that they love most, especially if they head towards their death. It's critical from a lot of angles.